Hey guys, Zelonius here. Welcome to another video on the channel. In today's video, we are going to be looking at another formation and tactic. I did say in video earlier this week that my favourite three formations on the game right now are the 4-3-2-1, the 3-4-2-1, and the 5-4-1. However, whilst I think they are like the meta, the absolute best top three, I don't think that they're the only formations you can use. And I said, because I've got a lot of people asking different questions about different formations, wanting different options. I've got lots of different options that I'm going to be bringing you guys over the next week or two. Ultimately, FIFA has 30 formations, and I would say there's at least 10 to 15 that are very good when used correctly, and there's different things you can do with the tactics. So over the next week, I'm going to be giving you different tactics. I've tested these out in Rivals, played some games with them to see what I think of them. Do I think they're as necessarily as good as the three best ones? Maybe not, but they might suit your style more. You might just want to, in basically nearly June on the game, be trying different stuff out, have a bit more fun, be a bit more attacking. That's what a lot of these formations tend to be like. So I'm here to deliver the goods for you, hopefully. The formation we're going to be talking about today is the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow diamond. So in today's video, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to be talking through the custom tactics, telling you about its pros, its cons, and then player instructions. And honestly, after playing around with it a bit, I think it could be a little bit OP when it comes to the actual in-game in terms of how it can overload people. So this might be a fun one that you guys want to pick up. And yeah, let's get into it. Hope your weekend leagues are all going very well as well. La Liga Tots. I'm going to be streaming a couple of weekend leagues over on my Twitch this weekend, so make sure you check that out. As always, I have two variations of a main formation. I generally always have the ultra defensive right now as the 5-4-1, the ultra attacking as the 3-4-2-1, and then for this we've got two. Are you sick of getting out teamed on FIFA? Want more coins to build that God squad you've always been dreaming of? Check out utnice.com, the best place to buy coins for FIFA 23. They're simple, easy to use. Use code ZEL at checkout for a 5% discount. Check out utnice.com today. Two variations of the 4-1-2-1-2. As you could see if you look, one's balance, one's press after possession loss. Generally speaking, there's never really a huge difference between how I change the tactic other than the defensive style. However, when you up the press, it does drastically change how formation plays. So, the formation. If we go through it step by step in terms of the type of players you want, you need a minimum a left footer on the left and a right footer on the right. In my actual team, R9 isn't in the team, he's on loan. I use Rooney. So I'd have Rooney at the right, Diaby at the left. I think that having a freestyle weak foot in the middle isn't ideal, but this Diaby is just such a cracked good card in general that he gets away with it. So he's the left footer on the left. Kaka, I think the cab in this formation, when you have any formation that has two strikers in a cab, so like 3-5-2 is one of them, I think the cab is probably the most important player. He links everything together. So my best player in this team is my 5-star Kaka. So he's there. Ideally, every one of your attackers and cab will have 5-5. That's just how it is. But if you don't have that, then I would say put your best attacker at cab, and then ideally have the left foot on the left, right foot on the right. If you have less than 5-star weak foot and a right foot on the left, it's not going to be as good as it can be, because generally speaking, the best shot in most situations on this game is going to be shooting across goal. Now, for the centre mids, the outside centre mids, like that's CDM obviously, but the outside centre mids, you want ideally all around very good box-to-box players. Earlier in the game, there's not that many options there. Now, though, there's an insane amount of good options. You want generally at least 4-star weak foot and 4-star skills. The weak foot matters more. Saka is pretty much the perfect ideal option here. These centre mids are going to be bombing up and down. They're going to be defending. You want them to be quick. They're going to cover your wings when you get exposed. And yeah, they're going to need to be able to shoot, do a bit of everything. So Saka is up there for one of the best. Obviously, the top tier ones are ones like Team of the Year or any version of Hullet, the Zidanes. But honestly, Saka is a brilliant value one. Modric, I'd probably say is more of the CDM in this formation, but in my team, he suits it more than Kimmich. And then your CDM, I like, and I think at this point of the game, where we've got so many good options, you still want your CDM to be very good on the ball. Kimmich clearly is that. You want him to be good on the ball and be able to pass well. But in this formation, I could forgive you more for using like a Vieira, a Makalele, an Essien, because this player's never going to be involved in the attack for too much. If you just have a big, strong, really quick, good defensive player to anchor this formation because it's so attacking, I think that can work really well. Centre backs, there's not any formation where your centre backs need to be anything other than just the same and good centre backs. This formation, though, really does rely on top tier fullbacks. Capdevila isn't ideal in an attacking sense. Frimpong and Alphonso Davies from the Bundesliga would be a brilliant pair. These guys are going to be on overlap. They're going to be bombing up and down the pitch. So you really need these guys to be very good. Going forward in particular. Pace, stamina, strength really good as well for the defending. In terms of the actual tactics, balanced defensive style. I generally speaking don't think you want to change too much up on this game between formations. The only thing I really change much is the width, depth, and width. So width, depth in defence, and then width in the offence. For this, I want it to be quite a narrow one. I want to defend quite compact. The depth, a bit higher because it's a bit more of an aggressive formation. Balanced, direct passing at the end of the day. I think that balanced and direct is just such a good combo in this game. The width I have very low. Simply put, this formation, most of its attacking strength through the middle. That's where you want to overwhelm people, get lots of options. You honestly could try forward runs. I think that could work well in this formation. Players in box on 6. You don't have it too high and then have nothing defensively. For the instructions, we have stay central, stay forward on both the strikers. I do sometimes go getting behind in more aggressive pressing formations. This one can be like that, but in the default, I definitely wouldn't go getting behind. I just think that it makes too many bad runs. I've come back on defense on the middle cam. This means when you defend, you have cover wing on the outside centre mids, and then when they're both on cover wing, the cam can, if you have long enough to do it, defend with the CDM, and you can pretty much have a 4-4-2 when defending. It's not as fluid like the 4-3-2 one is when it comes to defending that way, but it can be good and pretty helpful. Balanced cover wing on the centre mids are literally just left on default, but balanced cover wing. If you want to make it more defensive, you could stay back on one or get forward on the other, but I think just the default works well. This is important. You need the fullbacks to be left on balanced overlap. You could go join the attack, but I think that's almost too aggressive. For some reason, it does hurt the stamina on the game. But yeah, balanced overlap's important because you need width in the formation. And then for the more aggressive version, it's very similar. We've just upped the width a little bit to help with the press, up the depth, up the press to press after possession loss, so it's more aggressive, going to win the ball back. We would switch to this in a game when we're losing by a couple of goals. We up the width slightly in the attack, up the players in box. Then for the instructions, they're the exact same. I don't change a thing in the instructions here. I don't think you need to. That is the formation. I think it's very good going forward. Is it as well balanced and defensively sound as some of the other top tier meta formations? Maybe not. But if you want in a fast paced, quick attacking formation that you might help you to find the game more fun again, this is perfect in my opinion. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you've enjoyed this video. As always, keep it spicy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.